Al-Shalamti. Again I say Al-Shalamti. Vigilant men, virtuous ladies, and learning students, my names are Dr. Richard Yates, the inventor of Graspmatyx, Graspmatyx. Thanks to many people who have called the number 693-3388 and pledged a donation to have Graspmatyx seen again on television. Here on this network, Tuesday at 6:30 in the evening, you can see Graspmatyx. Thank you very much for supporting the program and calling and becoming a sponsor or one giving a donation. 693-3388. Shalamti Al. Shalom. Salam.
Greetings. My names are Chisel Joy Reed. I attend North George Young Primary School. Thank you, Dr. Yates, for having Graspmatyx on TV.
I wasn't taught how to get a job, but I can remember dissecting a frog. I wasn't taught how to pay tax, but I know loads about Shakespeare's classics. I was never taught how to vote. They devoted that time to defining isotopes. I wasn't taught how to look after my health, but mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Never spent a lesson on current events. Instead I studied the old American West. I was never taught what laws there are. I was never taught what laws there are. Let me repeat, I was not taught the laws for the country I live in, but I know how Henry VIII killed his women. Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. Glad that's in my head instead of financial advice. I was shown the wavelengths of different hues of light, but I was never taught my human rights. Apparently there's 30. Do you know them? I don't. Why the hell can't we both recite them by rote? I know igneous, metamorphic, and sedimentary rocks, yet I don't know squat about trading stocks or how money works at all. Where does it come from? How does the thing that motivates the world function? Not taught to budget and disperse my earnings. I was too busy there rehearsing cursive. Didn't learn how much it costs to raise a kid and what an affidavit is, but I spent days on what the quadratic equation is. Negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. They made me learn that over basic first aid, or how to recognize the most deadly mental disorders or diseases with preventable causes, or how to buy a house with a mortgage if I could afford it, because abstract maths was deemed more important than advice that would literally save thousands of lives. But it's cool, because now I could tell you if the number of unnecessary deaths caused by that choice was prime. Never taught present day practical medicines, but I was told what the ancient Hippocratic method is. I've got a headache, the pain is ceaseless, what should I take? Maybe try some leeches? Could we discuss domestic abuse and get the facts, or how to help my depressed friend with a mental state? No, but learn mental maths, because you won't have a calculator with you every day. They say it's not the kids, the parents are the problem. Then if you taught the kids to parent, that's the problem solved then. All this advice about using a condom, but not for when you actually have a kid when you want one. I'm only fluent in this language, for serious, the rest of the world speaks too. Do you think I'm an idiot? He chose the solo over the political system, so like a typical citizen now I don't know what I'm voting on, which policies exist or how to make them change. Mais oui, je parle un peu de français. So at 18 I was expected to elect a representative for a system I had never ever been presented with. But I won't take it. I'll tell everyone my childhood was wasted. I'll share it everywhere how I was educated, and insist these pointless things don't stay in school.
Thank you, Dr. Yates, for teaching Graspmatyx on TV.
That was good.
Hi, I'm Dave from Boy in a Band, and I'm pretty excited at the moment. On the live stream we did just after Don't Stay in School, a few of you suggested that we all poke the Fine Brothers on Twitter and on YouTube and suggest that people react to Don't Stay in School. When I went to VidCon recently, I met the Fine Brothers, and they told me that they had been waiting to release Don't Stay in School as a parents react video, which is a new series they've started, because they really wanted to see what parents thought, and I thought that's freaking genius. I cannot wait to see what they have to say. And I'm quite excited because it's a freaking Fine Brothers react video about something I made. Let's give this a go. Parents react. Viral videos. Oh, it's officially a viral video now. It's my song.
Don't stay in school.
What up, Mark?
Cool hair.
He seems like a smart guy.
They devoted that time to
I have to say, I wouldn't have expected this awesome level of rapping from a guy that looks like that.
I was never taught what
thanks, I
laws
think.
there are. Let me repeat. I was not taught.
Should be a law against that hair.
But I know how Henry VIII killed his women.
This is great.
Igneous metamorphic.
Nice.
That was amazing. Oh, that's what I do. I teach.
I'm not calling teachers stupid, I'm calling the school system stupid. Loads of teachers agreed with the message.
So do you agree with his statement?
Not the overall statement like don't stay in school, but I get it as far as school is one outlet of knowledge source.
The problem is there's a lot of information out there. In order to get what that guy was after, you would have to have kids in school for 12 hours a day.
You would not need to have kids in school for 12 hours a day. You would be able to remove tons of the pointless stuff and not have that as mandatory and fit it in easily.
I think it's important. I think we need to offer kids more in the way of technical education, like vocational education.
We do focus a lot on testing and not so much on real life applications, so our kids end up really confused when they graduate.
I've had tons of comments from people who were in the same boat as me, who had teachers that say they teach things because it's for the test and giving no context for why it's useful.
I didn't learn a lot of stuff that I wish I would. I'm learning from my kids now. The school never prepared me for that.
Now there's a great example of why people who say parents should teach you this stuff is ridiculous, because not all parents have been educated about these things.
They didn't prepare me on how to get a job. I don't remember the class of how to get hired. Don't remember that class.
The state education is getting enough money from our taxes to be able to provide more than what they're providing right now.
There's plenty of time to teach kids how to be good citizens and how to contribute to the society and the communities around them.
Truth.
Other people would say that the school is for academics and the responsibility lies with the parents for life lessons and things of that nature. Do you agree with that statement?
I think it's a partnership.
I think it could be a balance to it. You can't just let the school teach them everything.
So what about people who don't have parents, or people whose parents were not taught because they were in the same crappy education system growing up? You can't rely on parents at all in any way. You got to make sure that the people who don't have parents who care are also taken care of.
So do you think that your children are properly prepared for everything in the world off of their schooling?
Yes, I do.
What?
I hope so.
No.
No.
I love how resigned she sounds. Well, I hate it. It's actually like horrific for the entire generation, but it's also pretty funny.
There are some things that you're not going to be able to teach children by talking to them. They're going to have to be put into it.
Totally agree with that. I bet you tons of the kids that are currently diagnosed with ADHD just learn better if they're moving around rather than being stuck in the same place the entire time.
So back to the video, he decided to call his song Don't Stay in School. What do you think about that choice of a title?
Here we go.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it.
Gives a wrong message to some kids that, hey, why should I go to school where I can learn this outside of school?
Most kids didn't think that from the comments.
He's just being over the top. Every kid knows you have to go to school.
I think people really underestimate how reasonable kids are. They know that learning things is going to be helpful. They just don't want to learn pointless things.
I think that it's a kind of a shock value. It's just like, what do you mean don't stay in school? That's just, and then you want to click on the video, you want to see what the hell they're talking about.
I want my own kids to watch that video. I'm gonna search for that one and I'm gonna show it to my kids today.
Awesome.
It's okay because I'm pretty sure after seeing that, he wasn't really trying to say ditch out of school.
Precisely.
So this was made by a young person that started a whole conversation about education between both students and adults.
Thanks for specifying
Were you
that
aware
on
that
there.
these types of deeper conversations end up happening thanks to a YouTube video?
Not at all. I've been fighting with my daughter over YouTube. I love that side of YouTube. I'm actually now thinking we could just just like educate our students more with that.
Definitely.
What is something you think should change in the current education system for kids that you think will help them enter the real world?
More life situations is what kids are prepared for.
Maybe they should put something that's life skills.
The whole life class, I think that's super important.
I think that their senior year should be really a chance for them to start to explore careers.
I wish there was just a little bit more leeway. Kids don't all learn the same. They don't want to open your dusty books, but at the same exact information and facts were put in a different way. I think they're more open to it.
Let's leave our obsession with competing with the world over test scores. We have more scientists in our society. Let's focus on creating those people, not test takers in this country.
Girl, you know what it is.
Thank you, Dr. Yates, for teaching Graspmatyx. Thank you, Dr. Yates, for having Graspmatyx on TV. Greetings. My names are Samuel Gaspar. I'm in grade 1. Thank you, Dr. Yates, for having